Welcome to the SutiExpense tutorial of how to create an approval workflow and how to assign that workflow to the appropriate employees. To create an approval workflow, you must first create a role. A role determines an employee's approval workflow and in some cases can determine which expense categories the employee is limited to code to. To create a new role, click on the purple Create icon in the top right. You will be prompted to enter in the name of the role and the description. You will notice a mandatory approval limit field. If your company does not have approval limits incorporated into the approval workflow, and the corresponding setting is not enabled to enforce this, the application will ignore this field. However, since it is a mandatory field, there will need to be some value entered. Typically, we would enter $1. Click Save when complete. This role will be added to the list of roles. To edit an existing role, simply click on the purple Edit icon. Next, click on the Hierarchy tab to add approvers to the newly created role. Click on the purple Create Update Hierarchy icon in the top right-hand corner. From the Role drop-down, select the role you have just created. You can choose if the approval should be a serial type. The expense report gets sent to the second approver only after the first approver approves. Or you can select Parallel. The expense report is sent to all approvers at once. The Hierarchy Type drop-down allows you to select for which type of report you want to make this approval flow available for, expense or travel request. If you have multiple companies or branches and you need to add an approver that is from another branch to this approval workflow, simply select the company or branch name from the Company dropdown. You will be able to search for the approvers to add to this specific flow. Approver role allows you to filter out employees by selecting the Approvers role. Depending on what is selected in this field, the Approver Name field will filter down appropriately. For example, let's say I need to add Bob Smith to this approval flow. I know he is assigned to the role of Management, so I select Management from the Approver role dropdown. I can now more easily find Bob Smith's name in the Approver Name dropdown. Or, as an alternative, if you do not know the approver's role, you can simply begin to type in the name of the approver you want to add. Click the Add button. The approver will be added to the Approvers in Hierarchy box. Notice if you add more than one approver, you have the ability to change the order of the approvers and can also delete if needed. Finally, click Save. Now that you have created the approval flow, you can assign this role to the appropriate employees. Navigate to the Employees tab. Open an employee's details by clicking on the purple icon. In the Role dropdown, simply select the approval workflow you have just created. Click Update. From this point forward, all new expense reports this employee submits will be routed through the new workflow. If this employee has any pending expense reports that have been submitted but not yet reviewed, they are still sitting in the old flow, so their previous approver must either approve the report or reject back the report so the employee can resubmit to allow the report to go through the new approval workflow. For more information, please feel free to reach out to us at support@sutisoft.com.